Welcome back, everybody. Nothing's more important than family and friends, and statistics show that as more and more of our loved ones age, families are making the decision to take on the responsibility for their care, and often in their own homes.
But no matter how enthusiastic and committed the caretakers may be, everyone needs help now and then, and that's where our friends at Comfort Keepers come in. Vince Maffeo is here with all of the details. And Vince, who needs a caregiver?
Well, these days, the people that are calling us are people as part of the sandwich generation. You've heard the term before, but what it means is that you've got your own career, you've got your job, you've got your family, you've got your own kids you're taking care of. Now all of a sudden you've got to take care of your own mom or dad. Not that they don't want to do it, because everybody wants to do the right thing for their parents.
So you're sandwiched in between.
You are sandwiched. You are literally the meat in the sandwich. So you get your kids on one side, you get your parents. Yes, you are. It just all depends on how you look at it.
Thanks for pointing that out. Okay.
You're welcome. But that's who we're hearing from these days. Most of the people that call us are women, because we find that it's the adult daughter, or when there is no daughter, it's the daughter-in-law that's calling us. So the real the target, the people that we look for, and the people that are calling us are women who are part of the sandwich generation. Their parents are in their 70s and 80s. They say, "Help! I need some help with mom or dad with personal care." That's one way of looking at it. The other segment of people who are calling us are people who are either in the hospital or in a skilled nursing facility and about to be discharged. And the discharge planner who we work with will say, "Well, I'll discharge you, but you're going to need someone. You're going to need a caregiver at home to kind of help you ease back into your normal routine." And at that point, the family calls us, and we bring a caregiver into the home as well.
Okay, what kind of services do you offer in that situation, Vince? Because I imagine maybe that's one of the first times people realize, gosh, we need some help.
The biggest service that we provide for people in that situation is what we call personal care, and that is help with activities of daily living, such as grooming, bathing, help with the toilet, transferring, those types of things that are a little bit more personal, hence the name personal care. And that's why sometimes you may have a family member that might do some of the intermediate stuff, but when it starts to get a little bit more advanced, when it starts to get a little bit more personal, that's when families call us and bring a caregiver in.
What signs should a family look for when they get to that point that they may need a caregiver for their parents?
You would think that it would be obvious, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes kids don't always see their adult parents on a very frequent basis. So you can notice different changes that occur every time you go see your parents, such as poor hygiene. You'll notice that right away, obviously. Improper nutrition. You can do a check of the cupboards or the refrigerator, which is something that we do on every in-home visit that we go on. We look at the cupboards, make sure there's food. We look at the fridge, make sure there's food. If you see changes, or if you see a bare refrigerator, that's obviously a big sign. Neglecting housework. You know, a lot of us have stories about our parents that are, very fastidious around the house, and the house is always, kept very well. If you find that's lacking a little bit, you know that there may be an issue. Or changes in finance. If you happen to notice bills piling up on the desk or something like that, and maybe your parents have always been good about paying their bills, but now you see envelopes that haven't been opened. Those are all great signs that show that your parents may need a little bit of help around the house.
So let's talk about help maybe for the caregivers, because like you said, if you're in the sandwich generation, you're taking this on, maybe you're getting ready that you need a break or have a vacation or a trip. Is there respite care or help for the caregivers?
Respite care is a huge dimension of what we do, because what we find is that most families are eager to say, okay, I'm going to do it, I'm going to make it work, I've got my own things going on, I've got all these balls that I'm juggling in the air, but at some point the balls are going to drop. And that's when people call us, is when they realize that there are companies like Comfort Keepers out there that have trained, hired caregivers that can come in and perform these duties on behalf of the family. That's exactly what people are looking for. It's a solution at that particular moment that happens to fit for that particular family.
Well, it sounds like your caregivers have specialized areas as well. Or are they all across the board?
Well, it really is different. Some caregivers specialize more in the personal care, and they're much more adept at the grooming and the bathing and that types of things. Some families also hire us just for what we call companion care, and that really is light housework. It could be driving people to and from doctor's appointments, not quite as obtrusive as the personal care. So we have caregivers that fit all of that realm, but we go through a very rigorous screening process that we only hire about 5% of the caregivers that apply for us, because we look for specific experience. We do a thorough background check on all the caregivers to make sure there's no criminal record at all. And as a company, we carry liability insurance. We're bonded, we're insured, so that anytime a caregiver steps into the client's home, you can feel very safe that we've done
confident, yeah.
screening process on them.
And here's your special that you have for us too, Vince.
Absolutely, we're offering a free in-home assessment. As we were talking about a few minutes ago, we will come in, meet the family members, talk with the senior, and meet with the family, find out exactly what it is that we would do for you. And we're offering $100 off the first week of service.
Great.
All right, Vince, thank you so much. And there's all the information right there on your screen. Go to comfortkeepers.com. As
Absolutely.
always, Vince, we love it when you're on the show.
It's great to be here. Thanks a lot.
And it's good that you're here because we know that you're a big Twilight fan.
Yes, I am.
I didn't expect him to admit that.
Wait,
but-
well, you told me to say that, didn't you?
No.
Yeah.
That was authentic. Okay, well, listen up, other Twihards.